Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here with
Silent Brad.
President. Yeah, right. And the critters. It is St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes, I have a headband to wear. You know, a hairband with what do they call those? I don't know. You know, the doohickey you slide on your head. It's got St. Pat, but I'm too lazy to go get it because it's in the picture. So there's that. It's real life. I have to go in the bedroom and get that and my Bluetooth headphones because to clean house. Now, I have to tell you guys, this is a very important occasion. It is March 17th, 2022, Thursday afternoon at 3:38 p.m. And I did something today. Well, Brad did it, and then I finished it. Brad's been working really hard. Our whole couch was piled full of moving boxes, and also, since we order most of our supplies in, we have a lot of cardboard. Well, since he was laid up with his hip so bad and stuff, that was the only place really to put it. Well, he knew it really, really bothered me, and I think it bothered you too.
It did.
And so he's been working hard on getting rid of it. Well, not only was it because the rollator was sitting right in front of the couch, my exercise bike was sitting right in front of the couch. Then he had a couch full of condensed down cardboard boxes. He got rid of all of that, and Charlie is one happy, aren't you, Charlie? He is one happy dog because Charlie loves to lay on the couch. He loves to lay on the couch or in on the bed, right, Charlie? And so today there was a box kind of in the middle of the couch, a small one. Um, and I slid it over and I invited him over, and he kind of did a double take. And then he got on the couch and he laid his head down on the arm, and it was almost like he was giving it a hug. And then Brad said to me a little bit ago, he goes, Charlie hasn't moved in 3 hours now.
Yeah.
He's just on the couch. Well, he got down briefly, and now he's back up there. He is one happy dog. He got his couch back. Because, see, we always say it's Charlie's couch, because mainly it is Charlie's couch, you know. And we didn't have a couch for a while, and we need to get a couch because Charlie needs to have a couch. So, anyway, it's the small things. Speaking of pets, my wonderful friend Kathy was, we messaged back and forth most days, and she was telling me she's so kind to share with me some of her personal stories, and which I really love, and which really do help me. And I love the insight of somebody who's gone through other things, things you haven't gone through yet, or maybe you're right in the middle of going through. It does really help. She's kind of like a mentor. Fantastic lady, good friend. But anyway, she told me, uh, I don't know if it was her daughter told her or where she heard it, but there is getting to be a pet food shortage. And that when she said that, it kind of clicked. She said, so you might want to, stock up some. She goes, it's not a big panic or anything. It's kind of clicked on why I was having so much trouble ordering in like Angel's cat food and stuff, and even this month ordering in the dog's canned food. So we can't really afford it. Really couldn't afford it, but I went ahead and ordered in. I think it was 4 more cases of canned dog food. I did have trouble locating it. Like Chewy was out of most things that my dogs would take. Um, Amazon was out of most things the dogs would uh, would have taken. So I did finally find it at Walmart and having it shipped. It wasn't. I've noticed some prices are doubling, some prices are even tripling. Like on Amazon, be wary of what kind of cat food you want to get because in certain flavors they've been tripled in price. So Walmart wasn't real bad. So I'm looking up. Uh, let's see. I'm just looking up. See, I did get 4 more cases of canned dog food for the dogs, and I got another box of the Fancy Feast Creamy Delights. That'll be here tomorrow, honey.
Cool.
And then I have another one that ordered some more dry. Because I initially ordered the dry, and then I thought, I only got 3 cases of the can. You know, they go through a can a day. Normally I thought that would be enough, but, you know, predictions are, when I looked into it too, that they were saying, you know, stuff could be even a month in and you know, out before you can get it. And I had found that with trying to order some stuff for like Angel, because it would say, I would think I had it ordered, and it's like, oh, it was going to come mid-April, and it's like, well, that didn't really do me any good. So let's see that if you all order. And so I did locate, wait for this load up. Hopefully it'll bring it up. Oh, there we go. So I did order 2 more big bags of dry dog food. I had to go with just Purina. I've been using Purina 1 and the healthy maintenance, but they were out. So I did get just the Purina complete adult, and it's the real chicken, and the 48-pound bags, which were, it was a good price still. It was $23.98 each, which is good because the 31-pound bags of like the Purina 1 were $52.98. And since I'm having to buy dog food ahead, this is a good balanced dog food still. And that'll be Friday too. I think. But I went ahead and got that. Yeah, it says Friday. So they will be stocked up essentially, I would say, probably at least for the next 2.5 months. Because, okay, 7 cases of dog food. So that's
7 times 12 is 84.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's almost 3 months.
Yeah. And they had a few cans left.
Oh, yeah.
So they probably got right at 3 months worth of even canned dog food. With the 2 big bags I bought, we just put a bag in. We have these great big, they're called dog food canisters, basically. And so we have 2 of those. We stack them on top of each other on wheels. So with that, I bet you we have at least 3 months worth of dry too. Angel was fine on her dry food. We just bought some kitten chow, and she really doesn't go through much of the dry right now. She eats very little of it, but she's been hitting that canned. Now I gotta say, nobody will tell me who did this, but yesterday we got such a wonderful surprise. Brad brought in this Amazon box. I'm like, it was fairly heavy, and I'm like, I knew exactly what I had coming in, and I'm like, okay. And I opened it up, and somebody, one of you guys, and it had to be, I bet, one of you guys that watches my videos, heard me say that she really likes the salmon, gifted her 24 cans of this Fancy Feast salmon, which she just loves. So I don't know who you are. I ran through my friends, and everybody said no, they didn't. So whoever you are, I want to tell you thank you so much. Because, yeah, we just bought her a 24 can pack of the Creamy Delights. But she's really going through the cat food pretty fast. And this makes it where we can even give her a couple cans a day, which is nice because she is putting on weight again. She's not doing the liquid lava near as much. She's a lot happier.
Yes, she is.
She's very persistent in the morning, though. She wants to be fed. She wants to be fed now. You will get up. You will come feed me now. You guys know how cats are. So, but I don't know if maybe she was on her way to dying, and we hadn't picked up about the food issue because her eyes were so cloudy. She was kind of stumbling. She was knocking stuff off. I think maybe knocking all this stuff off the counter stuff was maybe her way of trying to tell us, hey, hello, humans, hello. But she's not doing that now. Her eyes are not near as cloudy. She's a lot more sure-footed and alert. She's coming around a lot more, wanting to be loved up a lot more. She's doing great. So I just want to tell whoever was the very kind person that did this, and I was so surprised. But thank you.
That was so wonderful.
Thank you. And that does help, even though I ordered another pack. Because, when you have an animal that can only eat or only does well on a certain food, that's when you really worry. And and I worry about having enough for her because, I don't want to tell her, no, you can't have another partial can or another whole can because you're still telling me you're hungry. So.
Yeah, I had to get up ahead of you this morning because I had to go to town, and I didn't even get all the way out in the kitchen, and she was already squawking.
Yeah, she wants to be fed. And I mean, we feed her all throughout the day. We keep an eye on it. And even last night, did you give her another? Yeah. You gave her another petite portion, which is basically like a half a can, because she'd gone through everything and she was letting him know that she was hungry and stuff. So it worked out really nice. I want to thank whoever did that. That was really nice of you. Yes. And it helped a little bit because, like I said, we did not really have the money to buy dog food and cat food ahead. But we are the type of people that our animals have never gone without a meal and will never go without a meal. Look at that hair sticking right out there. It's okay. It's a messy bun. But yeah. So if you guys notice, I'm not talking about stocking up for us. I'm talking about being worried if I have enough for these animals because we took on the responsibility of these animals and we took on the responsibility of, of being able to care for them and have them and stuff. And, um, so you worry about having enough for them. I mean, I'm not worried about if they had enough treats because that's an extra. I do worry about them having enough general food. Brad and I even talked about because yesterday for a while I was having trouble finding any place that had the big bags of dog food that weren't wanting. Some places were wanting even up to $100, And I'm like, whoa, So we were talking about it, and Brad's like, well, if we have to, we'll start cooking chicken again and stuff. And I was like, yeah, but Charlie especially eats dry during the week. They all eat a little bit of it. What is she doing? Oh, okay. I didn't know what. I could just see her out of the corner of my eye. But they all eat some of the dry. Of course, Charlie being the biggest one grazes more on it. And you don't want to say, "Well, I'm sorry, dog. That's all you get." I know you still might be hungry, but that's all you get. So, yeah. So we got it taken care of, right, Jellybean? I have to make sure my babies are okay. So I would encourage any of you that do have pets, dogs or cats, and I don't know about other critters, that you go ahead and maybe stock up because um, it you don't know what's going to happen, And I thought it was just, remember a couple of days ago I was talking to you guys about, and I thought it was just the reason things were getting sold out so fast when I was trying to do an order was it because then it would be that they had the same kind, but it would be a price increase. And I thought that's what it was. And I still think that's part of what it was. But, too, then there are some that I found, some I was looking for Fancy Feast, and this was before the wonderful gift came in, and it was a great price, but then it said it was going to ship the middle of April. I'm like, well, I want to make sure she has enough. I was concerned because, she was going through the cat food pretty fast, and I'm not going to deny her. She's 21 or 20 and a half years old, and this fall she'll be 21. We're just going on an estimate of when we got her. I don't even know how old she was when Crystal found her.
I think Jim said she was about 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she may be already then. I thought one, so she may already be 21 years old.
Yeah.
But I just want to, like I said, we just want to keep her comfortable and keep her happy and all of that. So.
And she's doing so
Yeah.
well now.
So, but I want to thank whoever did that because that was
Yes.
it was such a shock. I look at it and I'm like, and then I named off a couple people. I'm like, I wonder if. First, I thought maybe it was Carol that did it. Then I thought maybe it was Kathy. Then I thought maybe it was Leanne. I thought maybe it was a couple other people, and everybody kept telling me no, 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 no. So, and I'm like, well, somebody had to. I told Brad, I said, nobody is,
Messing up.
yeah. So, I was looking to see, because I had put a post on, Facebook to see if anybody would tell me who they were. So I'm looking to see. Nope, nobody did. So I was just seeing that our friend Ann is just put notes that she's back in the hospital again, hon.
Oh. She's been going through an awful lot, hasn't she?
Yeah. She had a nasty fall going to the bathroom. We're getting ready to go up to the bathroom. Because she has problems with dizziness and unbalance. So, okay. I will be writing to you, Anne, here in a little bit in case you do happen to see this. And Brad and I are hoping for the very best and speediest recovery, and I know that they're going to get this figured out and give you, where you're not so dizzy and unbalanced. So, but we're pulling for you.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, a friend of mine on TikTok, he's the sweetest elderly man, and he's a widower. And he does TikTok, nothing real fancy or anything. I don't do real fancy ones either, but he's just a real nice widower. And so I've done some duets with him, like a lot of other people have, and he gets a big kick out of those. And I found out yesterday he has cancer again. I'm not sure what kind. I didn't ask, but he said that he would not be on TikTok as much because he's going through chemo. And I told Brad, I'm like, it really kind of got me because you hate to see your friends, go through any hardship like that, you know. But he's in good spirits and plugging away. So, I dropped him a note last night, told him that we were pulling for him, and let us know if he needed anything, and he really appreciated that. Boy, Nixie has the most horrible sounds coming from her stomach today.
I know.
So I got my room cleaned last night, and I got like the cat litter box done and the bathroom cleaned. Took me quite a while. I was kind of doing a deeper clean today here in a little bit. Hi, Jellybean. Hi, how are you? Are you wanting to come say hi to everybody? Charlie, that'd be rude. Okay, come here. Come here.
But
Come
he
here.
did get off the couch.
I know. Hi, how are you today? Are you good? You just want to make sure nobody else gets your mom, right? That you don't want to share? I don't know. So, yeah, today I need to clean the bath or the front room. And Brad went to. Okay, I'm gonna make a confession. Brad hasn't been going to physical therapy. You guys, you guys were all on him big time. And he had appointments, and then one or something would happen where hadn't he slept or he wasn't feeling well or whatever, and so he wasn't going. But he'd been super active. He'd been doing all the exercises here at home, and he did go to physical. He went had an assessment. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? And so he went. He made a he went to his physical therapy appointment today, and I'll let him tell you what they had to say.
Um, First off, the therapist. Well, first off, at Nash Hospital is a huge complex,
Mm-hmm.
and they have 3 different places where they do physical therapy. And so I called this morning because I wasn't sure which of the 3 places. And uh, there's one at the day hospital, there's one by wound care, and then there's another one down by this pond. And I called up and I said, I'm not sure where to go. Oh yeah, go to the one by the pond. That was the wrong one. So yeah, I got down there,
Okay.
found out that I'd gone to the wrong one. So I asked them, well, can you let them know that I'm on my way? That I'm not going to be late. And so I got up there and I took my walker with me because I was a little concerned about the rain. But
It
it
was
wasn't,
raining here.
yeah, it wasn't bad. So I just took the cane in. And when the therapist came out and got me, first thing is she was absolutely shocked that after a month that I wasn't using the walker. And for the most part, I very rarely use the walker around here.
Yeah, yeah.
And she said normally people will give up the walker between 3 and 6 months after surgery. And for me, it's almost been exactly a month.
Yeah.
And so she had me ride the exercise bike, the incumbent bike, and she told me to ride either 3 minutes or however long I can handle. And we got to talking, and I said, honestly, from what Dr. McAvoy told me before the surgery, I am not sure that I really need therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And she mentioned about me just using a cane coming in there. And she said, well, what we can do is I can give you an assessment. And if it looks like that you've hit all your goals, we can end it now. And then she realized that instead of doing 3 minutes, that I was already just a few seconds away from hitting 6 minutes. And she started laughing about that. And she had me doing the assessment. One of the things I had to do is I had to stand up from the chair. I had to walk. She put a kettle weight down on the ground 10 feet away. I had to stand up, walk around the kettle weight, and come back. And I had to do that as many times as I could in 30 seconds. And when I did it at the initial assessment 2 weeks ago, I think I only did it either 7 or 8 times. They set a goal of 11, and I did 15 today. And then she checked my strength and flexibility, and the only problem I had was standing upright with one foot in toe to heel, one foot in front of the other.
And he's never been able to do that.
And I've never been able to do that because of the neuropathy in my feet. I never realized
No,
how
but
much.
even when I met you and stuff, you've never been able to do that.
Yeah, yeah, and I never
Just the way
realized.
your stance is and
Yeah,
how far apart your hips are and stuff, you've never been able to do that.
yeah, and so I suffered there, but everything else I was way over and above.
Yeah.
She had me laying on my back, and she had me stick my left leg up as high in the air as I could, and just automatically went straight up in the air. And she started laughing, and she said, I don't even need to measure that. And then all the other therapists in the room, I could hear them all making exclamations about how surprised that this old fart could stick a leg straight up like that. And half of them said, God, I can't even do that. But yeah, they said that I was doing so well that they released me.
Yeah.
And they said that
they originally had him scheduled for 10 weeks, and yeah, he doesn't need to do it. So, I mean, I wouldn't be so quick. I know a number of you guys were really, I even had some people leave some very nasty comments even about physical therapy, which I deleted. But don't be so quick to sell out. Especially I know some people, and I know you can only imagine what the people are saying that don't leave comments.
Yeah.
Don't be so quick to sell out somebody that may be a little heavy or is fat or whatever, because number one, we're not lazy people. It takes us more energy since we have more to move to get up than it does you, so we can't be too lazy. And not all of us are just going to have surgery and sit.
Yeah.
Brad's never. This is his first surgery ever, but he from the minute on he wanted to not have to have the walker all the time.
Yeah.
He couldn't even. I was at the end before he had surgery. I was having to help him more and more even get up, because even using two canes, even bracing himself against something, it was just becoming impossible. Right before surgery and stuff, I was doing a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
and of course after surgery, for a bit and stuff. But he's worked really hard. He's done all of the home exercises. We've even watched some physical therapy exercises. The Bob and Brad, um,
Yeah.
and he's done all of those. He walks around here all the time with just a cane. I'm still amazed when he gets up, because you get up so easily now. He's even gotten down on the floor to like to help me, with the dogs and stuff. I mean, he's doing great. So he goes to see his surgeon next week, next Tuesday, and I'm sure the surgeon's going to release too.
Probably.
And probably gonna laugh because he's probably gonna say, "Well, that Brad could drive again," and Brad's like, "Yeah, I know, I already am." So, he's really worked hard. He really wanted this. He wanted to be able to be mobile again. Part of what Brad's driving force is that, because sometimes I do need help, because sometimes I do have an infection or whatever, and he wants to be the husband that can help. He wants to have his freedom. He wants to be able to walk. Like you are so much faster. Like when you walk just to get out in a jeep, I'm like, 'cause I'm not used to it. I'm used to that it took you quite a while, and I
Yeah.
think now you realize how slow, you know. Because I mean, every step you hardly could move when before surgery, and now he's actually taking all these steps, and he's not taking any painkiller in the daytime besides Tylenol. He takes just a little bit at night because, of course, at night you felt the wear and tear. Most people that haven't had surgery, like me and stuff, take something at night. So
Well, and you've been there so much for me in the last couple of years. And
the last couple years, let's talk 34
okay,
years.
the last 34 years. Yes, you have. And and on those days where you have mobility problems, I want to be there and I want to help you out as much as I can. You know.
But I'm like you too, though, as I'll only let myself be helped so much, because sometimes I can feel as crappy as anything. And I know a lot of you guys are this way too. You can feel just horrible. And what you really like to do is just go crawl back in bed. But what you do, you make yourself get up, you make yourself go start doing your chores or doing something, and pretty soon you're up and you're moving. You're not in quite as much pain. You're listening to your music, you're getting your stuff done, and then you feel a lot better because you feel like you didn't waste that day. You feel like, and even if I'm hurting later that night, at least I know I have to get in the mobility. When you stop moving, you're at risk of so many things like blood clots. Your muscles will atrophy. Your body is designed to move. Every part of your body wants you up moving. I mean, your basic ABCs, they want you up moving. They want your body is like a well oiled engine. Sometimes it's not as oiled as we'd like it, and then we have to help it. But, it's made to, to move. And we as humans don't move our bodies near as we used to 100 years ago, certainly. And 100 years ago nobody was sitting behind a computer screen. But we've got to make sure that we're still mobile. I One of the things is I've taken from Brad. They gave him some core exercises to do from the minute he had surgery on just some flexing and stuff where he could sit or lay and do them just to keep the circulation really going in your legs. And so if I do have a day where I need to have my legs up more, I still do those because I know figure if they're good for Brad and that's what they wanted Brad to do at post hip surgery to keep the circulation going and stuff, it'd be good for me to do too. And it does help. Sometimes you see me do that when I'm so swollen that my legs and my feet hurt. If I can do some of those flex flexations or whatever you call them exercises, it really does help even with that because no, it's not getting rid of the swelling or anything, but it actually is helping keep the circulation better too. Because when you're super swollen too, it's kind of like it's like picture if you had any kind of a vice or anything that's swollen so hard against your muscles and your nerves and your blood veins and everything, and so it's compressing. So keep that circulation going. At least it's still you know. So
A couple more things.
see, this is what he just did to me though, and I'm not upset, but he gets excited to say something, and he's like,
Well, a couple more things
"Yes,
is
Brad." Like
thank
in
you,
school.
Teresa.
No, like in school.
Is when the doctor said that uh, after surgery, that within half a day they were going to have me up walking, and I thought you are just effing with me. And yeah, it was within 3 to 4 hours. It was
Yeah.
actually within 2 hours after I woke up that they had me up walking.
And when I had gallbladder surgery, and I was still in my, I was like maybe mid-20s at even that much.
Yeah.
I might have been 23.
Yeah.
But back when they did the gallbladder surgery, they were doing very few of the uh, lapos, how you say it?
Laparoscopic.
Yeah, surgery. So I basically kind of cut in half. Seriously. And I remember waking up and stuff, and they're doing all kinds of stuff for you, and then about 4 hours or so, this male nurse comes in. He was a super nice guy. He goes, "Okay, I'm getting you up now," and I thought, "You have got to be kidding me! All my guts are come spilling out on the floor." I thought there is no way, but he got me while sitting on the edge of the bed. You know how they do and stuff, and yeah, they get you up moving. Your dog is being so silly right now.
Being silly, Nixie.
Look at that.
Yes.
Nixie's rolling around on the floor playing. Yes, they have both felt. Her and Charlie have both felt so good since they're on that chondroitin glucosamine, something like that. Um, so if you're thinking about you have an elderly dog and you're wondering if they seem to be, moving a little slower and stuff, because dogs won't let you know they're in pain until it's super bad. So, but that supplement, and I found cheapest I've found is on Amazon, really does help. So, you know, Are you still on the ones that you have to mash up, or are you on the dissolvable one?
The new we still got both in that jar, but the new ones I crush them up, but they dissolve as soon as.
That's what I said.
Yeah, they dissolve as soon as.
No, I said dissolvable one.
Yeah, they dissolve as soon as water hits them. So I get confused.
Wow.
What are you doing?
I think she might went out.
Do you need out?
Yep. I take that as a big yes. So anyway, that was good news for Brad. And we just told you guys he was on physical therapy because we didn't keep hearing it. One thing you'll know that Nixie wants out is that Brad and I are two very strong-willed people. So, but we're fairly intelligent, or like to think we are. And like I said, he wasn't just going to have the surgery and sit around. Nobody wants to have the surgery and sit around. I mean, if you're just going to sit around, why have the surgery? You're having to sit before surgery, you don't go and replace, parts of your body and then go and just think, I'll sit around and not use that now. So, what else can I tell you guys? Finished another hat last night, and I'm eager to show you guys here in a couple of days on that because it turned out what I thought very nice. I was really happy with the color scheme and stuff. Kind of that nice pastel colors, but they're kind of bright too, so that was cool. Um, hmm, that's about all I got really going on. You know, just I stayed up way too late last night again. I don't know why, but I did because I didn't get my pills taken as early as I should have. Try to take my pills about midnight. And that way, 2 o'clock comes by, I'm like, bleh. So I need to remember that. I think when I go back, I just need to get my pills ready in pill bottles. In fact, I don't even think I've taken mine today. That might be why I'm in kind of pain. No, I haven't taken them today. This has a daytime on it. I put my daytime ones in this. I have them all in a big thing, right? Weekly thing. But that way they're just transportable. But usually go back and I have another one that has an N on it, and I'll take that stuff and you know, I need to get it ready earlier. No, you should have gotten those prescriptions today.
Oh, yeah.
So now you're gonna have to waste another trip in.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Try not to get real stressed out about like the gas prices and stuff, because I really hate to, like I said, with having to buy the pet food early and stuff. Because I mean that ran me about an additional $100 I had not planned on right now. You know, and then having to pay for the gas and stuff. I told one friend of mine they were on TikTok. They said he was gonna start a. He wanted a government fuel ticket. And I said, well, I'm going to start me a GoFundMe to get gas, because,
Gas around here did go down by a dime.
Oh, it did? So
Yeah.
it's 407?
Yeah.
Nice. So it went, that's good.
Yeah.
And we'll take what we can get.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But, hey, we're all going through the same stuff, right? Definitely all going through the same stuff. So anyway, that's all we got really going on. I'm not doing we're not doing anything special for St. Patrick's Day. I made goulash last night, which was excellent. We're just going to have that again tonight. It was my night cook. Turned to hide that out well, right? But so we're just going to have that again tonight and probably just relax. I don't know if you guys are watching on Hulu. It's a series called Taken at Birth, and it's about that doctor in Georgia that was selling babies out the back door as fast as he could induct labor and stuff. I mean, some of these babies were, even only 3 pounds and stuff. And of course, if a baby has trouble, people would come from many states away to get this baby. If you have trouble with that baby on the road or anything, you can't take it to a hospital or anything. You can't take the baby. Have no documentation. He would mail you that stuff later on it when the birth certificate would have your name on it and stuff. So now these adults are trying to find their families and stuff. So it's really something else. Um, Brad is in love with the series Roswell. Is it Roswell or Roswell?
Roswell, New Mexico.
Roswell, New Mexico. And so if you guys are like that kind of stuff, he is absolutely gaga over it. It's got 3 seasons. So that's about all we got going on. Just I end up falling asleep out here in a chair for a bit. I was just tired. Oh, excuse me. And I was cold. So, but we have this fake fireplace heater type thing. And he had that running. I got so comfortable. I'm like, so I'm still trying to wake up a little bit. So, I had to change my nose thing because I think that one I had was just too heavy. And so I changed that because I need to just leave it because I didn't like it. It can take 2 to 3 months to heal, if not longer. So I need to just leave that in
Come on, Daisy.
and not mess with it, So, that's all I got going on, really, though. You have anything?
Uh-uh.
So I want to thank whoever gifted the cat food. Many, many thank yous. Like I
Angel
said,
loves it.
yes, and we didn't pick up extra treats for the dogs and stuff. We get those the small variety dog biscuits. We get the great big. How many pounds is that box?
7 pounds.
7 pound box, and then we get the marrow bone refill, and it's just the bags of it. We can make that stretch out. So, and I gotta get cat litter still, scoopable cat litter, but I usually get tidy cat. But right now I was trying not to put out the expense. So it is what it is. But I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. And I will remember to respond to the comments. I have read them. I just keep forgetting. So, love you guys, and I'm hoping you have a great St. Patrick's Day. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.